Welcome to This Explainer. Look, I'm incredibly excited to dive into today's topic, but before we even get into the meat of it, I actually want to break our usual format for just a second. I need to talk directly to you.
Okay, before you scroll away to the next explainer, let me talk to you for just 1 minute. Not as a host, just as one professional to another. Everything I'm about to say in this explainer, it's not some far-off prediction. It's already happening, quietly, right now, in literally every industry you and I know. And here's the honest part, most people watching this will just nod along, maybe feel a little bit uncomfortable, and then go right back to their day exactly as before. That's normal, that's what most people do. But some of you won't. Some of you are the type who watches something like this and thinks, okay, so what do I actually do with this information? If that's you, stay with me for 30 more seconds. Let's really engage with this.
Section 1. The new solo founder. Because right now, somewhere in India, a completely new breed of business is being built, and it honestly defies everything we've traditionally understood about how to scale a company.
The sheer, unbelievable scale of what is possible right now is just staggering. We're talking about one single person running a company that will cross 100 crore rupees in revenue. Let that sink in. 100 crore. That's a massive financial milestone, right? But it's not being achieved by some sprawling corporation with multiple floors. It's happening under a single founder.
And this is the part that usually shocks people. 0 employees. Think about that for a second. No office lease, no human staff on the payroll, no venture capital investors breathing down their neck. It's literally just one founder and a highly orchestrated team of AI agents doing the exact work of 50 people. Every single time I talk about this kind of scale, my comments just flood with the exact same question.
Which brings us to Section 2, the end of coding moats. Because the question is always, sir, do I really need to learn how to code to build something like this? Well, if you're an engineering student, a working professional, or just someone dreaming of starting your own thing, you absolutely need to hear this before making your next career move.
Here is the brutal truth that nobody is telling you. In the old economy, coding was the moat. It was the ultimate barrier to entry, right? It was that magic skill that separated the people who could actually build things from the people who could only dream about them. Well, that moat is closing, and it's closing fast. Why? Because AI agents today can write code. They can debug it, they can test it, deploy it, and honestly, they can often do it way better than a fresher with 2 years of experience. The old barrier to entry, it's been completely commoditized. So if coding isn't the big differentiator anymore, what on earth is?
Section 3. Becoming the AI conductor. This is a massive, massive pivot. What is the actual scarce resource in 2026? Look, if you've ever had a great idea but stopped dead in your tracks because you didn't have a quote-unquote technical co-founder, well, that excuse is gone. The technical co-founder you were waiting for is now available to anyone for the price of a monthly subscription. The one-person 100-core company is absolutely not being built by the best programmer in the room.
In this new economy, the founder's job is not to execute the tasks. You aren't writing the code with your own hands. The founder's job is to be the conductor. The AI agents, they're your orchestra. An AI agent can execute almost anything you ask it to do. It can play the notes flawlessly. But you know what it can't do? It cannot tell you what to ask. It cannot choose the symphony. Most Indian students and professionals right now are still training to be just one violin player in someone else's orchestra, when what they really should be doing is learning to conduct their own.
And that whole concept of conducting, it relies entirely on one thing: problem sense. I absolutely love this definition. Listen, an AI cannot walk into a market, sense a gap that 1,000 other people just walked right past, and say, hey, this is the thing we need to solve. It just can't. That takes human judgment. That takes taste. That is your ability to orchestrate 5, 10, or 20 AI agents toward one specific outcome that actually matters to a paying customer. What you cannot outsource is direction. That right there is the true scarce resource.
Section 4. 4 steps to orchestrate. So let's shift out of theory and into reality. Let's break down what orchestrating AI agents actually looks like in practice. So this isn't just some motivational fluff, but a highly practical, zero-code blueprint that you can start using literally today. The architecture for this is surprisingly simple. Step 1. Pick a narrow, real-world problem. Don't say, I want to build a huge app. Find a specific, painful problem. Maybe it's a shopkeeper losing track of credit given to customers, or a small clinic that's struggling with appointment no-shows. Step 2. Break that problem down into tasks an agent can execute. Market research, drafting a solution, building a quick prototype, writing the outreach message. You just hand these tasks to AI with crystal clear instructions. Step 3. You review, decide, and refine. The agent produces the first draft of everything, and you act as the ultimate filter. You reject what's wrong, sharpen what's right, and push it back. Finally, step 4, you scale the loop, not your headcount. Instead of hiring 5 people for 5 different functions, you just run 5 agents in parallel and you supervise them all. Notice something amazing there? Not a single one of those 4 steps required you to write even one line of code.
So, if coding is no longer the scarce skill, these 3 bullets are what you actually need to be building. Number 1, problem sense. Spotting that real painful problem before everyone else does. Number 2, agent orchestration. The practical, day-to-day ability to break a goal into tasks, assign them to AI tools, and stitch the whole shebang together. And number 3, judgment under ambiguity. Knowing when the AI's output is good enough to actually ship, and knowing when it's just confidently wrong. Now, I can guarantee you none of these are taught in a standard engineering syllabus, but they can all be learned. You could literally start this weekend using tools you already have on your laptop.
Section 5. Your next 12 months. It's time to make a choice. Here's what I want this explainer to actually do for you. Not just inform you. I really want this to shift how you think about the next 12 months of your career.
It all comes down to a single question. Whether you're sitting in a cubicle in Bengaluru right now, running a small business in Kolkata, or maybe finishing your final year in an engineering college in Pune, the question is the exact same for all of you. Are you learning to direct AI, or are you just hoping AI doesn't come for what you do? Because trust me, one of those 2 paths leads somewhere very, very different than the other.
Now, some of you are going to want to figure this out entirely on your own. Good, go do it. Genuinely, I mean that. Pick a problem, open an AI tool, and just start building. But if you'd rather not figure it out the slow way through months and months of painful trial and error, well, this is what I do. I help working professionals and teams actually learn to use AI agents in real, practical ways. No theory, no meaningless buzzwords. If that's something you want to explore, drop the word agent in the comments below. I read every single comment on this channel myself, and I will personally tell you exactly where to start.
Now, I have a small favor to ask. If even one sentence in this explainer made you pause and think, even for 2 seconds, do me a favor and share it with exactly one person. Not everyone on your contact list, just the one person you know who really needs to hear this today. Maybe it's a friend who's nervous about layoffs. Maybe it's a younger cousin choosing between branches in engineering. Maybe it's a colleague who keeps saying, "Oh, AI won't affect our department." Just send it to them. And if you're new here, I make explainers on what's actually happening with AI and jobs in India. Not the fear-mongering version, not the hype version, the real version, explained simply twice a week. Hit subscribe and turn on the bell because I promise you the next few months in this space are going to move faster than most people expect. I'm Srikanchan. I've spent 25 years in enterprise technology, and I can tell you honestly, I have never seen a shift this fast and this important in my entire career. So I'm not saying this for views. I'm saying this because I think you genuinely need to hear it. So I'll leave you with this final thought. If a team of AI agents can do the work of 50 people tomorrow, are you going to be the person who gets replaced by them or the one who conducts them? See you in the next explainer. Take care of yourself out there.